The Bold and the Beautiful Friday. August 15th recap. Lee's boot camp for Luna. Sheila spills Will news. Friday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful was nothing short of explosive, blending humor, heartache, power struggles, and a shocking twist that left viewers gasping. What began as a seemingly lighthearted exploration of family dynamics quickly morphed into a showdown of wills. With Lee determined to whip Luna into shape, and Sheila pulling the rug out from under everyone with a piece of information that could alter the Forresters' world forever. This is the kind of episode that showcases why the soap continues to thrive after decades on air. It's a perfect cocktail of tradition, family feuds, romance, and scandal. Let's break it down in full detail. From the opening moments, the episode had a sense of urgency. Lee Finnegan, never one to sugarcoat her opinions, decided she had reached her breaking point with Luna's seemingly carefree attitude. Though Luna has shown potential at Forrester Creations, her youth and emotional entanglements have made Lee deeply concerned. Friday's scenes opened with Lee practically barking orders at Luna, as if she were a raw recruit in need of military discipline. Discipline is the difference between mediocrity and greatness, Lee declared, pacing the living room like a drill sergeant. Luna, still reeling from her mother Poppy's antics earlier in the week, tried to stand her ground, but Lee was relentless. What was fascinating here was the mix of tough love and underlying affection. Lee is not an easy woman to please. Her standards are sky high, especially when it comes to family. To her, Luna represents both promise and peril. On one hand, Luna is a gifted designer with a bright future at Forrester. On the other, she's still tangled in the complicated love triangle with RJ and Zende, not to mention the lingering shadow of Poppy's mistakes. Lee mapped out a strict bootcamp regimen for Luna: early mornings, discipline in both work and personal choices, and absolutely no distractions from romance. It was as though Lee were training Luna to compete in the Olympics rather than work in fashion. The tone bordered on comical at times. Luna's wide-eyed reactions to Lee's barked commands drew some laughs, but the underlying tension was palpable. The episode cleverly balanced this with Luna's own determination. She's no longer the timid newcomer. She's finding her voice, her pushback reminding Lee that she's an adult capable of making her own choices, hinted at a future clash that could redefine their relationship. Lee may think she's shaping Luna into a success, but Luna might just show her aunt that she doesn't need to be controlled like a puppet. While Lee and Luna's scenes set up a generational clash, Sheila Carter once again stole the spotlight. Viewers know Sheila thrives on chaos, and Friday's episode proved she hasn't lost her touch for the dramatic. The action shifted to Deacon's apartment, where Sheila paced with a gleam in her eye. Deacon, who has been torn between his love for Sheila and his awareness of her destructive tendencies, begged her not to stir up more trouble. But Sheila had news too explosive to keep quiet. She revealed she had gotten wind of something monumental, a development involving Will Spencer, Katie and Bill's young son. Though Will has been off-screen for some time, Sheila's revelation pulled him back into the fold in jaw-dropping fashion. According to Sheila, there are questions surrounding Will's future, inheritance, and even his custody situation, though she didn't lay all her cards on the table at once. Sheila teased that she knows something that could shake Bill to his core and, by extension, rattle Katie, Brooke, and practically everyone connected to the Spencer-Logan Forrester clan. What made the scene electrifying was Sheila's tone, part glee, part menace, part maternal instinct. She insisted she wasn't doing this purely out of spite. "Everyone thinks I'm the villain," she told Deacon, "but sometimes the truth needs a devil to deliver it." Deacon's horrified expression said it all. The last thing he wanted was Sheila inserting herself into a situation involving a child, especially one tied to Bill Spencer. Yet Sheila seemed almost invigorated, as if she'd found her latest scheme to worm her way back into relevance. Meanwhile, at Spencer Publications, Bill and Katie were having what started as a calm conversation about co-parenting. Katie praised Bill for being more present in Will's life despite his hectic business schedule. Bill, in his usual swaggering way, assured her that he would never let his son down. The mood shifted when Carter Walton entered the office with legal documents that raised eyebrows. It seemed there were questions surfacing about Will's trust fund and the terms of his inheritance. Katie brushed it off as a technicality, but Bill grew visibly unsettled. His instincts told him this wasn't just paperwork. It was a storm brewing. The timing was impeccable, as Bill and Katie puzzled over the documents. Sheila's words echoed in the background, foreshadowing the chaos she was about to unleash. Elsewhere, the younger set had their own drama brewing. RJ was still reeling from Luna's confession about the kiss with Zende, though Luna insisted it was a mistake, fueled by Poppy's mysterious mints. The betrayal lingered. Zende, never one to back away from what he wants, continued pressing his case, subtly needling RJ while reminding Luna of their undeniable chemistry. Friday's scenes layered this triangle with even more intensity. RJ confronted Zende, warning him to back off. Zende countered with a smug grin, suggesting that RJ's relationship with Luna isn't as solid as he thinks. For Luna, caught in the middle, the tension was unbearable, especially since Lee's boot camp was demanding she cut out distractions and focus solely on work. This triangle may seem like standard soap fodder, but the writing added nuance. RJ's insecurity, Zen's arrogance, and Luna's genuine confusion created a powder keg dynamic, and with Lee looming in the background, determined to police Luna's choices. The triangle is becoming more than a romantic squabble, it's a battlefield of family expectations versus personal desires. To round out the episode, the Forresters weighed in from their side of the empire. Ridge, ever the protective father, expressed concern over RJ's growing frustrations. Brooke, meanwhile, worried about the impact of all this drama on her son's emotional health. Steffi chimed in with her trademark bluntness, pointing out that Luna might not be ready for the intense scrutiny of the Forrester world if she can't handle a little romantic turbulence. The Forrester family scenes were relatively brief compared to the bombshells unfolding elsewhere, but they served an important purpose. They reinforced the theme of the episode. Whether it's Lee with Luna, Katie with Will, or Ridge with RJ, The Bold and the Beautiful continues to explore the idea that family guidance can feel like suffocating contraland, that children, no matter how grown, often remain tethered to their parents' influence. The final act of Friday's episode delivered the jaw-dropper. Just as Bill and Katie were revisiting the paperwork questions surrounding Will, Sheila appeared at Spencer Publications. The very sight of her sent Katie into protective mother mode, demanding she leave immediately. But Sheila smirked and dropped her bombshell. "You may want to hear what I know about your son." The screen cut to black on Katie's horrified face, Bill's fury, and Sheila's smug satisfaction. Friday's episode had everything longtime fans crave: intergenerational conflict, a romantic triangle, legal intrigue, and a villainess with a dangerous secret. Lee's boot camp for Luna provided levity and depth, while Sheila's news about Will set up what could be a storyline with far-reaching consequences. The pacing was sharp, moving seamlessly from one storyline to another while keeping the suspense simmering. By the final moment, viewers were left with burning questions. Is Lee pushing Luna too far, or will her tough love pay off? Can RJ and Luna's relationship survive both Zen's meddling and Lee's interference? And how will Bill react if Sheila's revelation threatens his bond with his son? To stretch into the heart of the drama, let's explore the key players and what Friday's episode revealed about them. Lee Finnegan, tough, uncompromising, but ultimately motivated by love. Her boot camp for Luna reveals both her fear of failure and her desire to protect her niece from repeating Poppy's mistakes. Yet her iron-fisted approach risks alienating Luna entirely. Luna Nozawa, caught between love and duty. Luna represents youthful ambition colliding with generational expectation. Friday's episode showed her determination to carve her own path, even as she struggles with guilt over the Zende kiss. Sheila Carter, the eternal wildcard. Her bombshell about Will proves she's always listening, always scheming. Sheila thrives on inserting herself into family drama, and by targeting a child's future, she ensures maximum disruption. Bill Spencer, protective, proud, and always ready for a fight. Bill's bond with Will has been one of his softest spots, so Sheila targeting that bond sets up an explosive storyline. Katie Logan, the eternal protector. Katie's fierce maternal instincts were on full display Friday, and her horror at Sheila's intrusion promises fireworks ahead. RJ and Zende, two sides of a romantic rivalry. RJ embodies youthful insecurity and romantic earnestness, while Zen's cocky pursuit of Luna adds fuel to the fire. Friday's episode perfectly set the stage for a week of revelations and confrontations. Sheila's knowledge about Will could lead to custody battles, financial scandals, or even questions of paternity. Lee and Luna's tug-of-war is bound to escalate, especially if Luna pushes back against her aunt's demands. And the RJ-Luna-Zende triangle is on the verge of a breaking point that could reshape the younger generation's place in the Forrester empire. This is classic Bold and the Beautiful storytelling, interwoven drama, explosive secrets and family ties stretched to the breaking point at nearly every turn. The episode delivered both entertainment and emotional weight. By juxtaposing Lee's rigid discipline with Sheila's gleeful chaos, the writers underscored the central tension of the soap: the battle between order and anarchy, love and manipulation, family bonds and personal freedom. Friday, August 15th will go down as one of those episodes that not only entertains but also resets the chessboard for months of drama to come. Whether you love Lee's tough love approach or live for Sheila's wild schemes, this was an hour of television that reminded fans why they've stayed loyal for decades. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our B&B News Today YouTube channel for more update news.